Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. We're doing the tour of the house this week, Aquarius. Sorry for the delay as well for the video. I know I went a few days there without any when my son got really sick suddenly. He's better now. So we're in the basement right now. Me and Lily Ferd. What I love about Lily, it's like no effort for her to be a star. She does it. She does it so well. I think she's just like, yeah, I know. She's like, yeah, come on, guys. So what we're going to do, Aquarius, we're going to look at the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. I got it right here. This big jumbo thing. I've learned to handle it and shuffle with it. Energy Oracle deck. Fountain Tarot. Teeny tiny. Everyday Witch. Can't help it. You notice the Devil. I didn't really pay attention what the other ones were. The Devil is at the bottom of the Ultimate Clarifier. All right, Aquarius. Message is for Aquarius. God, I've been getting so many dog messages. There's some cat ones in here too. So how you doing that, Lily? You're making sure that the people are getting their canine. Oh, that's funny, actually. I'll show you what happened in a minute. So you have Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life, bread, period of prosperity and abundance. All right. Dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. That card is funny. And then as it was going on about how all these dog cards keep coming out, and then we get lion, time to act. So there's the big pussycat energy there. You got kind of like cards like Capricorn, where they're not like everyone else been this week, where these cards kind of seem like they flow really naturally together and produce a story where these almost feel like could be separate parts of your life all discussed here. You have Sunrise, and I'm actually going to take that because it feels reversed the way I'm looking at it. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. What was reversed? Shield, you need to defend yourself. Oh, well, that's interesting. So you don't need to defend yourself from something perhaps, and it's a fresh start for you. Now, dissatisfaction with life, but then you go into bread. What is that? It's a loaf of bread. Is it a bag? I don't know what that is. It's the weirdest drawing. Maybe you can figure out what that is. What is beside the loaf of bread? I don't understand. Like, to me, it's almost like salt, like bread and salt and wine, you know, from the It's a Wonderful Life. Bread so that this home will never know hunger. Salt, that there will always be flavor in life, or something like that. And wine, that there will always be celebration and prosperity. Well, that's funny, right? A period of prosperity and abundance. So I don't know what that is with the bread. Maybe it's milk and honey. But this is coming in after Cracked Up, dissatisfaction with life. So the cup is broken, and in that I think cup's like water. So something emotionally dissatisfied with the way things have gone emotionally, where you are right now emotionally, or where you've been emotionally. Pleasure with a close friend, time to act. So what that is. Time to act. The fact that that's coming out with like a lion, like Leo energy, because that's also the house of like a drama and you know, all that sort of stuff, like to act. Time to act, lion. Time to put on some sort of a show. Pleasure with a close friend. Your cards are really odd. I need energy oracle cards to... Maybe they're not meant to come together. So if you've been dissatisfied with life, but you're having a period of prosperity and abundance, you need more. Pleasure with a close friend. Time to act. Cracked up, dissatisfaction with life. Second chakra. Creative things. Creative things, places where you feel kind of vulnerable. Maybe feeling vulnerable with where you feel dissatisfied in life. Like, so wherever you feel dissatisfied in life. But it does seem like, because it's a cup and it's cracked, it has something to do that kind of, an area of your life that has to do with your emotions, like where you are really emotionally connected though. You know, like you could buy, I don't know, buy a new TV and it's like, well, it's okay. It's not as good as it looked in the showroom. But you know, I mean, if everything else in your life is pretty okay, that's not like something that I would think would appear in a reading. Like that's just your feeling. There's something bigger. And the fact that it comes in with the second chakra, this is, the second chakra is the house of the soul as well. It's a very intimate space. It's your creative space. It's also the space that's associated with orgasm. Like it's, like I said, it's intimate, it's vulnerable, it's all of these, but so dissatisfied. Maybe you're feeling vulnerable because you are dissatisfied in certain things that are important, like very important. It's not just about TVs, like it's good, but it's not great. Or your new car, it's good, but it's not great. This is something that hits you in the core, like where your soul is affected here. So there could be some sort of a journey that you've been going on in this lifetime. And maybe you're even feeling like, I feel like there's something that's not being fulfilled that I really would like to fulfill in this lifetime. So period of prosperity and abundance. The seventh chakra. Well, that chakra is flying high, honey. This is intimacy. I feel like the cracked up is intimacy. Is real emotional intimacy. There's no satisfaction there, or there hasn't been. Period of prosperity and abundance. You have creativity, but I feel like this creativity is something that you kind of probably apply into the practical. With bread, it's not an intimate space for you necessarily, and it's also not something you feel vulnerable in. It's kind of interesting. We're talking about your chakras here. So, okay, dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. That's interesting. Rest and rejuvenation. That card feels very opposite to the cracked up card. So, wondering, like, because you have this fresh start at the bottom, right? The sunrise, a fresh start. You don't really need a fresh start with, could possibly be too, bread. You think of bread as another term for money. You might come up with a lot of creative ideas at work, creative ways to make money also. Creative ways to save money, creative ways to spend money so that you're not spending more that you need to. Like, you're really in tune. So I want to say as well, with your environment that you find yourself in, you have a way of producing prosperity and abundance into this. But emotionally, but this is not, so this doesn't, I wouldn't even say that this is, could be with friends. It feels like it's on a level more intimate than that. It doesn't have to be, because you do have dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. This is like really close. Rest and rejuvenation. So I feel like this is something that you're going to experience, or you're experiencing right now perhaps, where you're going to have pleasure with somebody that is rejuvenating. It's healing. It's calming, it's restful, it's peace, it's peace. And I don't know, it just feels a little bit like it could be connected to the second chakra, like the area where you found dissatisfaction. So the lion is time to act. Oh, man holding a heart. know, well, this is like not, I don't want to say perhaps even not having had intimacy with someone in a while. And it doesn't just have to be sexual. It can be sensual. I want to say even like sensual intimacy. Like experiencing a very profound kiss, or like a touch on the neck. Like there's something about this that's, it's a level way beyond, I want to say, perhaps even anything that you have experienced yet. Contract. Well, that's not, let's say, I don't know. It's something that you're closing off, something that you're opening up. It kind of feels like we're talking about that because you have the Sunrise card. New creative ideas. Interesting. New ventures. A fresh start. This feels like new creative ideas and ventures, perhaps. And then the fresh start. Maybe it is something to do with more intimate relationships for you. Did you pull out the same? I think you had the same number of cards here as even Capricorn had. I'll move these down. I know you can't see the table. I'd apologize in a Capricorn reading because when I do move around the house, it's really it's already a bit of effort to get all the stuff down into the new area, or at least what I'm going to use. And everything's different. Like I can't always necessarily get the table in the shot for y'all. Just listen. Just listen and look at Lily. Right. Go. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards. No, I'm having like, I don't know if it's a debate in my own head or going back and forth with my own guides, but it feels like we're going with 1. So, okay, we're going with 1. I'm just hearing like, keep it simple. You don't need to overanalyze it. Cracked up, 2nd chakra. The 5 of Swords. I want to say that I feel like you've had to cut some relationships out of your life to protect intimate. It's almost like bruising. It feels kind of like a bruising. Protect areas that have been bruised before they become permanently damaged. That would be very bad. That 2nd chakra, I feel like, if it experienced like a permanent damage in a lifetime. You know, I feel like you could probably be okay in a next lifetime, but there's something, yeah, like that, the way, and she seems so vulnerable in that card, the way she, kind of like that, like a bruising, feeling vulnerable. The 5 of Swords, really, yeah, cutting something out. I think too, in some relationships, if you do find them dissatisfying, you do decide that, you know what, no. So I kind of feel like you're going through perhaps some sort of analysis of life, or you have done that, thinking about, you know, what am I getting out of this? If there's, you know, certain relationships that you're in. And it's not something that I think we should always constantly think about in relationships. Like, what am I getting out of this? Because you're not going to get something out of a relationship all the time. There's times when you need to give. There's times when you're just not even thinking about it. You're just functioning and doing the best you can and hoping everyone else is. But maybe there's times where it doesn't feel like, I don't know. The 5 of Swords, you just cut it out. Just cutting some shit out here, to be honest, Aquarius. So let's look at this. The bread and the 7th chakra. The Tower. Period of prosperity and abundance. What is that? We're going to check that out. Because either this period of prosperity and abundance has kind of like suddenly come to you, and that could be the Tower moment, or it's going to suddenly come to you, or a period of abundance and prosperity is going to suddenly like kind of fall away. So I'm not sure what that tower is, but whatever, like it's kind of guided by the universe. So whatever way this goes for you, or is going, or could go, or it's kind of divinely guided, and you're being divinely guided in it. Dog close up, pleasure with a close friend, rest and rejuvenation. The Star. It's a close friend, the Star. The Star talks about healing too. I don't know. I really feel like y'all are moving towards some kind of relationship perhaps where you've had to cut out relationships of this type or this genre because they've left like a lot of like leave you feeling very dissatisfied. And I just want to say, this is not an area, we really shouldn't feel dissatisfaction in any of our chakras, because it's going to end up being a block, and it's going to end up you're going to end up probably missing out on opportunities in that area of life. This is a very intimate, this is the house of your soul. This is something that should be really well looked after and nurtured. It should be an area that feels safe, satisfied. Because I don't know what this is with some sort of, I mean, it could be sexual pleasure. But it's almost like, but I'm hearing more like sensual. Like, you know, if you're cooking something with someone, that's probably not your friend. You know, someone beyond, more than a friend. And it's like, oh, taste this. You know, like there's something sensual about this energy. Time to act, man holding a heart. The 4 of Coins. Y'all gotta get out of that tent. What this tent is. But you gotta get out of that tent. The 9 of Wands is at the bottom. Yeah, if there's something going on here about like cutting things out, maybe even isolating yourself a bit, it's almost like guarding yourself into a corner. I get with this card. You can get really, really comfortable with dissatisfaction. Actually, I want to look at this first. This contract card, it's just sitting out like a sore thumb. It's like an elephant in the room. I don't know what it's doing here. But you need to, I sound so bossy when I say that. The cards are saying it might be really good for you to start acting on things that bring you joy. That's funny. That's a little bit like what Capricorn had. So I don't know if this is like a continuation. I've noticed that happen in some other readers. That it's almost like a story unfolds in the zodiac, which I think is very natural. A lot of people come to these zodiac readings and they get just caught up in their sun sign, right? But there's so much that you can really explore in terms of the energy that readers pick up on when we focus on a particular sign. Because when I'm talking about Aquarius, I'm also talking about the 11th house. So some people could have very significant planetary placements in the 11th house. Somebody could have a very interesting placement within their Aquarius, so they could have their moon or their Venus in Aquarius, right? There's a lot of different ways to think about this. So anyways, it is kind of like that. Like it's picking up on that energy that I picked up in Capricorn. But it's funny, like I'm almost like being blocked off from the details of that reading, because I am focusing here because the details of your reading have something to do with dissatisfaction. And this is a dissatisfaction in an area of your life that's meant to feel pleasure too. This is an area that's meant to feel pleasure. So the contract. The contract. The Ace of Pentacles and the Moon. You're waiting for a beginning. The beginning of a contract. You don't know when it starts. There's some fear about what this is. The opportunity in a contract. This could have something to do with work. Has something to do with money. Has something to do with monetary things. Yet, I see that here, like that's kind of a win for you, it almost looks like. First, what is the tower? What is this tower in this period of prosperity and abundance with the 7th chakra for Aquarius? What is this tower? What's the 10 of Cups? It's emotional fulfillment. It's I don't know what this is for you. But you know what? I'll tell you what it is. This is like if you love painting and you wake up on the weekends because that's the time you have to paint or to maybe, I don't know, carpentry or like something that you would do that comes from, you could even be inspired, right? Like is it carving? Like I'm sort of getting like a Michelangelo, a 16th chapel, like it's something that drives a passion, but you fulfill this through the universe. The universe fulfills some creation through you. And this is something that would never feel like labor, like work. You love it. So I want to say that I feel like y'all are experiencing something like that, or that's something that you're searching for, because you do have contract here. I kind of feel like if you're not already doing it, you're pretty close to it. You're on the right path for this. So this tower moment is how much enjoyment you can actually get out of something that brings you prosperity and abundance. And it's really funny because in the Capricorn reading, I said the quote that I'm about to say is, if you can find something, a career that you absolutely love, you'll never feel like you've worked a day in your life. So that's what that is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading your energy or if I'm reading like advice for you all on your whole life here. So dissatisfaction with life, 2nd chakra. I want to look at the 5 of Swords first. This isn't, maybe that's how we're going to clarify these. I have to do this because you're taking up the couch, but I love you, Usher. Yeah. Girl. I was just saying, I love it when she's so fluffy because she reminds me of a Muppet. She's not real. Such a cutie. All right. The 5 of Swords. What is this? The King of Swords. The Queen of Wands. The Page of Cups. The Death card. Okay, what has been, there's something that's been eliminated from your life here. And I feel like it's been eliminated for a reason, even though it feels kind of like, oh, you know, like almost like a kick in the stomach, like it knocks the wind out of you. It wasn't really that satisfying in the first place. This is a smaller creation, right? This person is painting. But I kind of want to say it might, because it is that creative avenue, be giving you the opening for something more creative. Dissatisfaction with life and the 2nd chakra. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and the Devil. Well, okay. I kind of feel like y'all, this could go 2 ways. This could either be like one-on-one relationships with people, or it could have something to do with work. I mean, honestly, it could be either. So, but what I see here is being involved in something that is really, it's only really kind of serving the purposes of mankind's rules, society's ideas of what your commitment should be. This is dissatisfying. And it is, because it's the second chakra, it's not speaking to the house of your soul. Right? This is where that definitely comes in. The universe is making progress here in the prosperity and abundance. This is like, so some types of, of commitments that might have even been like may have temporarily felt good. It's almost like riding a wave. But then it kind of comes crashing down, or you kind of make a point of cutting it out. And it's honestly, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's to just change your circumstances. And it is a big change in circumstances, because now this is like speaking to the house of the soul, but through your crown. It's reaching that. It's that energy coming all the way down, as opposed to the energy even working up from the first chakra up to the second, and then almost feeling blocked there, like experiencing like an energetic block in this area. It could be digestive issues, could even be like sexual issues, just feeling creatively blocked as well, not being able to express yourself. If you've suddenly found yourself cutting out a relationship or walking away from a job because it was dissatisfying, I honestly see it's almost like that opens up the avenue for you to do something very satisfying, very fulfilling, and very prosperous, to be honest. So dog close up. Dog, but close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Rest and rejuvenation, and the star. What's the star? I mean, it can symbolize healing. Justice and the Seven of Wands. What is this close friend? Because I'm getting something here. The close friend. Chariot, the Magician, Temperance, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Something you're manifesting. Something that you're manifesting, and it will be shown to you. You will be guided to it. But there is, honestly, too, there's something here to be healed about protection, like protecting yourself. I figure you picked up a protective energy over here with the dissatisfaction with life and the devil. You picked up a shield, a protective energy. And then over here, though, the Justice and the Seven of Wands with the star, that kind of feels like reaching something here for yourself where you don't need to protect anymore. You can rest in this. You can rejuvenate in this experience. But it's honestly, it's something that you're manifesting. And I'm going to say it takes time with Temperance. But then the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords, that just feels like you will be shown the way. You will see the way. This Four of Coins with the Time to Act and the Man holding a heart. The Four of Coins. The Tower. The Six of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. And the Page of Swords. Well, shown the way, right? Why am I saying that? Why does it feel like it's supposed to be on one of these cards? You will be shown the way, but it's not. That's such a funny feeling. I feel like I almost read it. Maybe that's how I was shown it in my mind's eye. I don't know. It's odd. Because the Page of Swords is kind of showing me that again. Like, you will be shown the way. The Tower and the Six of Pentacles, suddenly where there is like locked up, closed up energy, it releases. If prosperity's been held back from you, it comes to you. It is shared with you. And the Three of Cups, like, you can celebrate. You can honestly, seriously celebrate about this. Time to act. Definitely, like, it's time to move forward with your heart. What is this act? I just heard an act of kindness, so funny. So, okay, time to act. The Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. This is to follow through consistently to build something here. And it could be with, it's moving past the dissatisfaction, right? The Five of Cups. That's really, you could call the dissatisfaction cracked up, the Five of Cups. It's to move past that and to build something new. This Nine of Wands, watch how you put yourself in a corner. The Nine of Wands. As I say that, you get the Judgment card. Wow, you get the Judgment card, the Empress, and the Ten of Swords. I'm pretty sure it came out in that order. The Judgment, the Empress, and the Ten of Swords. The Empress is holding her hand in the same spot of the second chakra. This guy's hands is in the second chakra area. The book is in the second chakra. Oh, he's got his heart in his first chakra. So that's interesting. Give me a second with all of this now. The Empress's hand is in the second chakra. There's a part of you that has yet to be birthed in this lifetime. It had a false start somewhere, like a false labor. The Ten of Swords is ended. I want to say there was a part of you that was growing in something. It could have been growing in a relationship. It could have been growing in a work project or an environment where you worked. But then the Ten of Swords comes in and the birth of this part of you stopped. It was like, and I hope it doesn't, it's the word that's coming in, but it's like a miscarriage. And if I'm picking up on that energy, I'm sending you a lot of love and peace. But that's what that feels like. It's like, there was a potential in you that wasn't born. So be careful you don't, like, put yourself in a corner, like, defend yourself in a corner. Because, like, even that whole experience, for anyone, you know, that has sadly been through a miscarriage, it is like preparing for an exciting new beginning, right? And you have Judgment. Like an exciting new beginning, but then the Ten of Swords comes in and it doesn't happen. So don't believe that it would never happen is what I want to say. Because there's the potential here for things to turn around. The Nine of Wands. So now you have the Nine of Wands twice. The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Strength card. This honestly feels like making sure that your divine heart is stronger than the difficult experiences that you witness and go through in this lifetime. So that's, wow, that kind of got heavy, Aquarius. That's what I have. I'm going to go do the extended now. In the extended, I'm using very different cards because, like, with the Energy Oracle deck and the tea leaf cards, it can be very specific. Like, we even have, like, sentences and phrases in these cards. So I'm doing the Wild Unknown Oracle, Tarot, and pocket-sized edition of the Tarot. So it's a very different kind of reading, although I have been finding that the messages are still kind of really connected to what's been going on in these portion of the readings. So thank you very much, Aquarius. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.